Last year, the United States held a record of 69,000 immigrant children in custody. Custody meaning they're being locked up in cages. Children should not be separated from their families. In fact, children should not even be locked up in cages and being treated like animals. Today, I will persuade you to support immigration support organizations in order to help immigrant families get an easier path to citizenship. I have done a lot of research on this topic, and I am ready to inform you of what has been going on with immigrants nowadays in the United States. First, I will demonstrate the amount of immigrant children being locked in cages. Second, how the Trump administration has been affecting DACA students. And lastly, why immigrant families should receive a path to citizenship. Now let's talk about the children being locked up in cages. According to Al Jazeera in his article, more than 69,000 kids are being separated from their families and are being locked up in cages and are being treated like animals. Children being held in custody are suffering physically and mentally. They are also being starved. They're physically abused. They are not mentally stable anymore. Young children tend to blame their parents for what they are going through. Children as young as 1 year old are being detained in immigration camps. Here's how you can help. Call your representatives and demand for a change. Also, call or email the Department of Homeland Security to gather more information about what is going on with these kids and why they are being detained unlawfully. Now let's talk about how DACA students have been affected by the Trump administration. Since Trump got into office, he has been trying to end the Dreamers program. This has affected many DACA students across the United States because they're just trying to better their life. They're trying to do what they can in order to support their family. Their parents came to the United States in order to give these children a better chance. In July, there was a 5-4 vote in favor of not ending DACA, and President Trump claimed to renew his efforts in order to bring an end to the Dreamers group. DACA students dream of having a better life. They're here in order to continue what their parents have sacrificed. DACA students are not drug lords. They are not rapists. They aren't criminals. They should not have the fear of being deported for wanting to live a better life. According to Adriana Mora in her article of How School Leaders and You Can Support Undocumented Students, in order to help DACA students, you need to try to understand their hardships and your own privilege of what you have as a citizen. Learn the legislation policies and find scholarships and help DACA students apply for them. Finally, I will explain why immigrants deserve a path to citizenship. Immigrant families come here to the United States in order to give their families a better life. My parents are immigrants and they sacrificed so much in order for me and my sisters to have a better life. That's why I'm in college. That's why my sisters plan on going to college. My parents left their families in order to give me and my sisters a better life. So everything I do nowadays is for my parents, and that's what many DACA students and immigrant children do in order to live up to their parents' dreams. Immigrant families are also given a tax ID number, just like my parents, and they're expected to pay tax numbers. So why can't they get a path to citizenship if they have to pay tax money? DACA students are just trying to have a better life in order to support their family. So why can't they get a path to citizenship? They're not being rapists. They aren't drug lords. They aren't criminals. So why can't they get a path to citizenship? According to Mark Kerkorian, in his article, there should be a path to citizenship. Democrats generally have pressed for a path to full citizenship for illegal immigrants or for future foreign workers. So let me conclude. Today I attempted to persuade you into supporting immigrant families in the United States by demonstrating the struggles DACA students go through and how immigrant children are being physically and mentally abused in immigration detention centers, and showing you why they deserve a path to citizenship. If you want to know more about how to help these immigrants, feel free to email me, but you can also look up on Google immigration support groups and look up how you can help them, because there's a lot you can do. Now that you have all this information, you can now help immigrant families and help them not have the fear of being deported